I love creating Christmas. I love real one Christmas films. I figured I probably would. However, one of the protagonists is a little bit insufferable. This film was released this year in 2023. It's directed by Jason James. It's written by Sean Ridgway and Julie Tortorici, and it stars Greer Grammer as Harper and Jason Cermak as Caleb. And Harper is the insufferable protagonist, but at the same time, I'd kind of want to say to her, never change. Because she has this amazing positive disposition, but she's also kind of flaky. She's a little bit scattered and doesn't think things through and often behaves like a child. And if you have that kind of outlook, that's amazing. But to be around somebody like that, not so much. So, on the one hand, I think she's an amazing person because that's a great positive outlook to have as a person, but for a viewer, she did kind of irritate me. And it just so happens that she's paired with a character who is not necessarily feeling the spirit of the season. Caleb is an author, and his last books have not done very well, and that's been the case since his illustrator partner separated from him suddenly without warning. So Caleb's very bitter about that and doesn't really know if the book he's working on is going to ever come to fruition. And then he is paired with Harper, who's going to illustrate the book. And for every negative thought that Caleb has, Harper has a positive thought. So the pairing actually works really well. They're complete opposites, and on screen, that's really effective. But Harper is a little bit too much sometimes. Put it this way, I admire her personality, but I wouldn't want to be around her for too long. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed this. As a writer, as an author, I completely understood everything that Caleb was going through. Not that I've been through the exact same thing, but there were a lot of thoughts and feelings that he was expressing that I could relate to. And there are certain things, certain decisions Harper made that I would be annoyed at if somebody tried to take that control of my book. But at the end of the day, they are collaborating, and this is something that Caleb initially struggles with because he wants creative control. But Caleb does have his heart opened very slowly throughout the film as Harper convinces him to do various Christmas activities, and that means that we have a very festive film. There is a lot of Christmas in this. We have snow and Christmas lights and just so much festivity everywhere that I absolutely loved it. It's creative, the characters are interesting, if maybe annoying sometimes. The performances are great, the on-screen chemistry is great, very, very festive. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Of all of the Christmas films I've seen this year that have been released this year, Creating Christmas might be my favourite. I'm not sure for certain. I'd have to look back over the 2023 releases that I've watched, but it's definitely high up there. Absolutely brilliant. Fun narrative, thought-provoking, inspiring, creative, very well-written characters. I have to say, as much as Harper is sometimes a little bit too much to deal with, she is a very well-written character. And the performance is absolutely brilliant. I can't fault it. And Caleb, as a character, I really rather liked as well. Definitely had a lot of fun with this. Found it to be very engaging, very entertaining, and as I said, very, very festive. Creating Christmas, also known as Creating Christmas Magic, is definitely one that I recommend, and I would be very happy to watch it again.